Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens, they're catfighting each other. The other two gals that are fighting now, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Laura Loomer. Now, this one is a bitch fight. This one has you suck cocks, you're on your knees all the time, your mom's a whore. I mean, this one is heavy. Laura Loomer is human garbage. She is filth. I'm not even sure she's human. Laura Loomer is one of the most mentally unhinged, crazy, psychotic girl who would key your car if you broke up with them kind of women you'll ever meet in your life. And she is Israel dyed in the wool to the bone. She is make Israel great again. She's MEGA. And now she's got this new thing where she's going to run all of the Israel haters out of MAGA. She's going to take, which is funny because MAGA is supposed to be America first. And here she wants to run people out who want to put America before a country performing a fucking genocide. Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of those people who doesn't like that all of our tax money. I mean, in fairness, Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't like any foreign aid. And it's funny to me that people like Laura Loomer, who would cheer on the destruction of USAID, would also then be against ending foreign aid for countries like Israel or Saudi Arabia and Egypt, who we basically bribe to not hate Israel. Well, Laura Loomer and Marjorie Taylor Greene keep going after each other, and they're just, it starts with policy. It starts with Israel. It starts with taxes. It starts with Donald Trump. And for some reason with these girls, it always ends at who's cum they're sucking out of dicks. It always ends in you're sucking cum, you're eating ass, you're, sitting on cocks, and the whole, mostly from Laura Loomer's side. This is the latest on the Marjorie Taylor Greene, Laura Loomer.
Greene can use my pillow code, Loomer at my pillow, so that she can get herself a nice pillow for her knees to place under Kevin McCarthy's desk. How about that? She just
see she's sucking Kevin McCarthy's cock in there. And what I have to say about Laura Loomer, lovely girl, all of her arguments you will notice are policy based, and like a true, let's just say, woman from a business culture. She promotes her promo code while she's talking about you sucking cocks. That's not, I always like it when someone can slander you and do commerce at the same time, And here's what I hate about Laura Loomer is she will go, and this is not uncommon for some people. Laura Loomer will do this thing where she'll go, you need a pillow for your knees because you suck so much cock. And then you'll be like, Laura, shut the fuck up. You're crazy and you're annoying. Can you believe the blood libels and slanders that this person just made against? She goes hysterical. She's like, I can't believe the things these people are saying about me. Like, she'll say the most foul, evil, awful shit. And then the minute someone hits her back, she cries like a baby.
She's just a bitch, right? She just really is a bitch. She says that she's spreading all this truth, but yeah, you're right. She's just spreading her legs.
Laura Loomer is
She's just, what did she say? Spreading hairlines? First of all, I love a big forehead, bitch. Don't you come in here with your tiny forehead and think you're going to impress me. A small forehead to me is like A cups for some dudes. I ain't biting. But look, did Laura Loomer say she's spreading hair? Again, not one policy complaint, not one, political issue, just she's sucking cocks, she's ugly, she's got a horse face. And by the way, Laura Loomer, I don't know how many times she's taken a hacksaw to that schnoz, but just be Jewish.
Laura Loomer is another one that has relentless attacked me. Many other America First Republicans like Matt Gaetz. You find out who these people are. You find out which country they're loyal to the minute you start saying something about it, and they truly expose themselves.
She's talking about Mark Levin and Laura Loomer. Now, see, at least that one, this is why I'm on Marjorie Taylor Greene's side. That and other things. But her complaints about Laura Loomer are completely grounded in policy. She has complaints about the way Laura Loomer treats people based on what positions they take, whereas Laura Loomer goes, yeah, why don't you suck more dicks, you whore? It's like, this is a mature discussion that we're having. I don't know how Donald Trump lets Laura Loomer into his inner circle. I don't know why he compliments this lady. Maybe Jared Kushner's fucking her on the side. I don't know. But at any rate, she's causing all kinds of problems. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is right. They reveal themselves when you reveal yourself to be America first and you don't like Israel. They have allegiance to another nation. And like I said this before, and I was only half kidding, I think Laura Loomer contributes to anti-Semitism. I think people see they see someone like Laura Loomer, and it's kind of like Israel and their behavior in Gaza. People go, oh, that must be Jews. And then they're like, well, I have a distaste for Jews then, because that must be what a Jew is. Laura Loomer will sit there and scream anti-Semitic until the cows come home, but she doesn't understand. She's kind of helping feed a stereotype.
Wow. Well,
now there's our pretty girl. There's Anna Kasparian. That's our Queen of Sheba right there. That's our bad bitch. That's Anna Kasparian's the shit. Laura Loomer and MTG ain't got shit on Anna.
Long-running feud between MAGA darlings Marjorie Taylor Greene and Laura Loomer just got even uglier with accusations of lying, cheating, and meat in pants. Okay, that sounds crazy, but just bear with me as I get to the details.
Yeah,
please tell me Laura Loomer got accused of having a dick. That would make my week.
Look, guys, there's a natural urge to go, ha, they both suck, and I'm glad that they're both ripping each other apart, right?
That's just because you guys are a bunch of liberals, Cenk. Take sides, it's fun. I'm on Marjorie Taylor Greene's side. Do I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is a great stateswoman and that she will lead? No, she's a little fucking nutty, if I could be honest. But if it means Laura Loomer gets taken down a peg or two, Cenk, you and I are different in that light. I'm like America's foreign policy. Whoever the lesser of two evils is, I'll back them. Could they become more powerful and we have to take them down later? Sure. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, Cenk.
And there's certainly plenty of history that would justify that. And I get that as an instinctual response. But please don't fall into it. One person is right and the other person is wrong in this case.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's about a specific issue.
Yes.
Right? And so you can dislike both of them for other reasons. But on this issue, don't do the lazy thing of, and they're both 100% wrong.
Bro, I'm who would have thought like in 2014, we'd be saying this, 11 years ago, we'd be saying this. Cenk Uger's starting to grow on me. Maybe it's because he's been talking more about Israel and less about like domestic politics. But like even his takes on domestic politics, where he's like, these fucking corporations own our government. These fucking special interests are given all the money and they've corrupted. And also Cenk Uger is the first to blame his own party. And I respect that. I'm really starting to like unironically become a Young Turks fan. I have my political differences with them, but there's something about how honest they are. There's something about how straightforward they are about the way they feel about shit. I can trust them. That's, again, believe me, that sounds wild to say. I can trust the Young Turks. They're going to shoot me straight. I'm not so delicate and fragile that if someone says something I don't agree with, I turn into, Adam from the PBD podcast. I'm fine with that because I don't value what I think enough to think that someone else can't have a cleaner look.
There's a reason why Loomer's attacking her over and over and over again in the most vicious and vile ways.
They really are vicious and vile ways. Okay, so let me.
You can tell neither of these two are big fans of putting cocks in their mouth, and God bless for that. Because they're like, it's the most vile, disgusting attacks possible. It's true. Just accusing her of sucking lots of dick. I think if you have a woman who enjoys sucking cock, I think that's a red flag. I think a woman putting your dick in her mouth is like a very intimate thing. It shows she loves you very much. She cares about you. If she's like, oh, I just love doing it, rah, that's a red flag. That's damage. That's something happened to that chick where she's getting validation from putting a sweaty, sitting in your pants and your underwear all day, cock in her mouth with gusto, you got to find yourself a nice girl who's like, I'll do it because I love you.
This up for you so you understand what's going on.
Or it's your birthday.
So we have to start with the most bizarre attack and Loomer's hilarious attempt to cover up her bizarre attack against Marjorie Taylor Greene, which we know about because of the fact that Loomer is currently suing Bill Maher for defamation.
Oh, so, I forgot about that. Yeah, Bill Maher accused Laura Loomer of fucking Trump. So it's so funny. Laura Loomer is suing Bill Maher because he's like, what are you, fucking the guy? And he's clearly kidding. Whereas Marjorie Taylor Greene goes to other people. This is what I'm talking about, the encouraging anti-Semitism thing with Laura Loomer. She will sue a guy because that guy makes a joke about her fucking Donald Trump. But she will go after Marjorie Taylor Greene by saying, I bet you're sucking Kevin McCarthy's dick dry. You might need a MyPillow for all the oral you've been giving out. Is that not the same thing you're suing Bill Maher for? Like, again, play victim when it suits you. Go on the attack and be ruthless.
Claims that Bill Maher had said that, she's sleeping with Donald Trump or might be sleeping with Donald Trump. And for that, she has decided to sue Bill Maher. And during the course of this deposition that Laura Loomer sat in for, Marjorie Taylor Greene came up. So HBO lawyer Catherine Bolger.
This is another reason why people don't like suing and why people don't like going through lawsuits. You go through deposition. Like, it's not like criminal court where they go, this is valid, this isn't valid, this is not apropos to the case, we're not going to bring this up. If you sue someone, it opens up everything. You better have the cleanest fucking closets in the world if you sue or get sued, because they can go anywhere they want. You can have depositions, and these lawyers are running up the bills anyway. So they can bring up anything they want. We can find anything we want. It's all relevant.
Brought up some offensive tweets that Loomer had sent in the past, including attacks that she made against Marjorie Taylor Greene. So in September of 2024, during a blowout fight between the two women, Loomer went after Greene for her alleged affair and wrote that she had Arby's in her pants.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, Marjorie Taylor Greene is like, Laura Loomer's not America first, she's Israel first, and blah, blah, blah. And Laura Loomer comes back with, your pussy be fat, bitch. You got loose pussy skin everywhere. Your pussy be all flapping about. It's like a wind chime. It whistles when the wind goes by. And Donald Trump takes Laura Loomer seriously. Nobody should take Laura Loomer seriously. The bitch eats dog food.
Which, if you don't know, and I didn't know, is a crude way of attacking a woman as being too promiscuous or loose. Anyway, okay.
By the way, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist. I do believe that was Anna Kasparian bragging about the tautness and lack of extra skin on her own vagina. I think that was a little dirty move she just pulled. She's like, Arby's in her pants. Apparently, these loose bitches run around with labia flopping about everywhere. I wouldn't know. My shit looks like a makeup compact. Not trying to brag, but they call me old snug cunt Kasparian back in the college days. I'm a woman of virtue, and God bless her, she is.
We're not going to get into it. You either get it or you don't. Okay, so we're moving on.
So I didn't know it either, by the way. So
you're married, you got kids, Cenk. You call them, you better not fucking know what that means. That would be funny if Anna's like, apparently, and I didn't know this is a woman who is promiscuous will be blown out, and which, by the way, is not. Vaginas look the way they look. All right, they're designed to take a beating and go back to normal. All right, it's such a middle school type insult. The butthole, on the other hand, that shit doesn't snap back, my man. You got to treat that butthole with respect. But it would be very funny if Anna was like, well, roast beef in her pants, which apparently is a reference to a promiscuous woman. And Cenk's like, oh, yeah. No, let me take this one, Anna. And she's like, no, we need to get back to the issues. No. So fat bitches and girls who fuck a lot, their pussies are all blown out like an Arby sandwich. I actually bought a few roast beef and cheddar on the way to the show. This was not for the show and tell. I was going to eat these, but if you see that, you see how much roast beef is hanging out? Anna, stop puking. That would be what she's accusing Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The way that she denied it was absurd.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to get into now. So here's how the exchange went between Loomer and the HBO lawyer, okay? So Bolger says, can you explain to me what it means to say to her that the Arby's in her pants. Okay, so Larry Klayman, who's Laura Loomer's attorney, responds with objection, relevancy.
Klayman?
Bulger says answer the question. Loomer says Arby's sells roast beef. At that point, Bulger, again, the HBO lawyer, says, right, can you tell me why were you talking about Arby's in her pants? Loomer.
So Laura Loomer knows that this looks fucking terrible for her. So she's trying to pretend she's not talking about this woman's pussy lips.
Says, well, it's just an expression. Bulger says, what is the expression trying to convey? Loomer says, it conveys the reason why she got a divorce by her own admission.
Oh, I love it when people won't just come out and say what they mean and you get to ask them in an excruciating amount of times exactly what they meant. And they have to be like, it's, just Arby's in the pants, That's why she got a divorce. Right. What do you... Because the lawyer's trying to get her to say, I said that her pussy was blown out.
Bulger says, because she had roast beef in her pants? Loomer says, yeah.
In fairness, that would be a good reason to divorce someone. That's a clear sign of mental illness. If you find them stuffing roast beef down their pants. If you take off a woman's pants and there's a giant bulge in their underwear and you go, oh my God, that better not be a dick, but it's a roast beef and cheddar, and you're like, I can't go out with you. You're insane. This is not...
Bulger says she'd put roast beef in her pants. That's what you're trying to say there?
I've never seen this.
You're literally saying she put Arby's in her pants. And Loomer says, I'm saying she literally, it's so ridiculous. I'm saying she literally put Arby's in her pants, yes.
Oh, come on. That is not what you meant. You coward, you chicken shit. You just want to squeeze Bill Maher for every dime he's worth. Who are you, a black prostitute? Come on, Laura. Have the courage of your Israeli convictions to say what you're saying. IDF soldiers will die if you don't if you don't follow through with your Marjorie Taylor Greene pussy insult.
At that point, Loomer is laughing, according to the court record. And then Bulger says, so what is your basis for saying she had Arby's in her pants?
I just love that a Bill Maher joke led to this conversation. All right, okay, I can explain what she meant by the Arby's in her pants. New rule, women with blown out pussies are Arby's.
Loomer says, because I know she likes to eat at Arby's. Bulger says, and she likes to put it in her pants. You know that? Loomer says, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. This is the greatest thing ever. This is so fantastic.
Bulger says, okay, if I ask Marjorie Taylor Greene, she would tell you that she puts Arby's in her pants. Loomer says, it's my best belief that she would tell you that, yes.
She's mentally retarded. She's the dumbest person there is. You can't like her. Who likes her? Where does she come from? Who's backing Laura Loomer? This is a dumb guy. It is my bet. She's one of those people who thinks that if you say allegedly, you can just say whatever you want. Now, allegedly covers your ass from a lot of things, but not everything. It is my best belief that she puts Arby's in her pants.
No, she won't. Okay. So guys, if you're trying to figure out what in the world is going on here, okay? Laura Loomer.
Well, it's pretty clear, Cenk. Marjorie Taylor Greene puts roast beef in her pussy.
Keeps saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene is a loose woman, okay? And she says it in 100 different ways. We've got more of that coming.
In fact, right after the deposition, she then goes on X to say this, tweeting to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
By the way, get ready for mental illness, Jekyll and Hyde behavior. She went from the deposition where she's like, I think she puts Arby's sandwiches in her pants. Immediately after, she's addicted to the fucking internet. She goes on Twitter and does this.
How does it feel to eat at Arby's every day?
Yeah, so now,
she's a bitch.
That's the Arby's reference is the same thing as loose woman, okay? For reasons you might be able to deduce. Okay.
No. Painstakingly, in detail, explain to me, and those of us who don't know what that means, why? I don't like that. Don't just yada, yada, yada over the best part. Cenk, what's the Arby's thing? I still don't know. I assume it just means there's a lot of women who, what do they, ice their pussy with Arby's sandwiches? I don't know.
So, but the reason why Bolger, the attorney, is trying to get her to admit that, and why Loomer is obviously lying about what she really intends, is because she's saying, can you believe that Bill Maher said I'm a loose woman?
Yeah, right.
And so Bill Maher's lawyer is saying, wait, don't you say that about other people with no evidence at all the time?
Right.
Right? So she doesn't.
Yeah, so the rest of this is just about Israel and AIPAC and stuff we've been over a million times before. Not enough people know about Laura Loomer. Not enough people know what a fucking Looney Tune she is, and I think it's vaguely important. Zenman builds with $1. Says, I've never seen Laura Loomer before, but she looks like she could be the daughter of Robert Zadar. That's a poll. That's a poll. MSO says Marjorie Taylor Ham. No. It would be roast beef. Tilt1 says Mark Levin has a settlement in the West Bank. Of course he does. Did you know about this? Did you know if you're a Jew and you go buy property and settle in the West Bank, which is supposed to be non-occupied territory, it's supposed to be for the Palestinians. Did you know that the Israeli government gives you 2 years of tax breaks, like totaling $18,000? If you go settle in the West Bank and you're Jewish, they pay you about 20 fucking grand. And Sam Show and others will go, Aaron, you're just finding out about this. I admit, I just learned this yesterday. I could convert to Judaism. No thanks. But I could convert to Judaism and I could go move to the West Bank and Israel will essentially give me $18,000. Please tell me they're not trying to ethnically cleanse these areas of Arabs. Oh, and if you're a Palestinian and you have a home there and it's being demolished by tanks against your will and you throw a rock at that tank, they'll just blow you and your kids' heads off. So it doesn't really seem like when people say that these people are Jewish supremacists and they're racists and they're bigots and they're evil people, I mean, just use their own policies to determine. I mean, on one hand, the Jewish people get 18 grand to move in somewhere. And if you're a Palestinian, they'll demolish your house to make room for that person and then kill you if you resist it. Try to stand up for your home. That is a value statement you're making on human life. The Jewish life is worth way more than the Palestinian life. The Palestinians are basically dogs. That's Jewish supremacy. If white people tried to form settlements that way, you would say, oh my God, this is peak colonialism. This is white supremacy. This is an ethno-state. We're against it. Well, Sam Show might not say that last part, but it would be the case. But yeah, I just found out about that yesterday. And when I get to that point in the chat here, when I catch up, I'm going to get a lot of people going, oh, you just found that out now, retard? Yes, I did. I just found that out. Ep Didn't says Milo has been Marjorie's right-hand man, unpaid intern for many years, and Loomer and Milo are longtime mortal enemies. Oh, just a couple of gals fighting with each other.